Yo, so we're going to get into it right now with San Jose, California group called Kinfolk and find out what they're all about. Let's get into it. How you doing, guys?
What's going on, Andy?
Hey, how's it going?
Okay, so that we're clear. So we've got two of the main kind of guys on board right now. So we've got, obviously I just said to you guys about the names, but we've got Joffrey and Mark Twain, is it?
Mark Twain.
Mark Twain. See, I told you that was rubbish. But yeah, man.
It's all right, Andy.
Okay, well, welcome both of you guys anyway. How you guys doing today?
Thank you. Blessed.
Doing well.
Yeah, okay, cool. Let's find out about Kinfolk. So Kinfolk is, have I got that right? It's kind of like a group, and you got rappers and DJs in it. Is that right?
Yeah, we got two DJs, we got two rappers, trumpet player, percussion. We come together. I mean, simply breaks down to beats and rhymes, but we try to bring a little more when we perform.
Nice one. And how did you guys get together in the first place?
Well, I would say we were first doing stuff secularly. I was doing something with my other cousin, and then God kept pulling me to do something for him, and I didn't know that at the time. I just kind of pushed it off. But as I grew, in the Lord and just getting older in life, I began to hear God's call that much more, that, I have to use my skills for him. And I was already doing that somewhat because, I'm a church kid. I grew up in the church, but, I was kind of part-time in it. My cousin Twan was doing the same thing. We're family for real. If you don't know, kinfolk is kind of like a southern term for family. So you say, that's my kinfolk, that's family. And we're actually family. So we both grew up in the church. But, it really became a ministry, I think, until it got later in life. And we brought this together. I remember we kind of started out, Twan, I think we were going to do a mixtape. And then it turned into a full album.
Yeah.
And just went on from there. So it started as a group, and we're doing Christian music, but then somewhere down the line, it even got that much more serious, and we started doing more so the ministry of it.
That's cool. So how long have you guys been doing it in total?
Decade? Are we 10 years, Swan?
I think it's been more than that, but yeah.
Might have been.
It's funny how time flies when, you're just doing the ministry and the work of the Lord. So it's kind of hard to, that's a tough question. It's like, when did we start, or how long has it been? So yeah, just doing the work.
Yeah, man. So that's really cool. And so is it right in saying like you two are the main kind of duo that holds it all together, but you also add in other members? Is that right?
That is correct.
And why? What's the purpose of that? Is that just for a ministry, or you occasionally you have like other people that you like to bring in and make different sounds, or is there an actual purpose to that?
Well, we're a group. Everybody has their opinion. Everybody has their outlook, and you bring it in. Your family has different people and different outlooks, and everybody adds something to the family. But we're all family. So even our DJs, they're not just DJs, they're producers. So they make music too, and they have ideas and creative, writing for music, you know what I mean? Everybody brings something to the group. So yes, we're the front men of it. We're just the pictures on the package, but there's a whole lot that makes us go.
Cool, man. So tell me about like both your guys' separate paths of, like you said you're like a church kid, but how about Twan? Is he the same?
Yeah, I was born and raised in the church. Of course, I've experienced things in the world, but the constant, no matter what that was the church. Me and Joffrey can testify that our parents, they let us go out to the parties and they let us go out to the functions. But the one thing that was definitely a constant was that we were going to, no matter how late we came home on a Saturday, we definitely had to be at the church on Sunday morning. So. Yeah,
so I see. So they let you experience it, but it's like life, kind of like a life experience then.
Yeah, definitely. It was a life experience, and that's what keeps us even today is that despite what we did in the world, our parents instilled that church was important. Church was it wasn't optional. It was a mandate, and now we have demanded it not just in our lives, but Joffrey has children. He instills that into his children too.
San Jose, California, then, is that like a good base to start from? Like, have you got a good foundational fan base there?
Well, yeah, there's a lot of Christian hip hop people around here. This is home base for us, so we're born and raised out of here. And I don't know if you know much about the Bay Area, but there's always been a freedom of expression in the Bay Area, no matter what you do. So you got to ask yourself, so if you have that freedom, why wouldn't you do that for the Lord? And that's what we take full advantage of, is trying to serve him and spread his word and give our testimony in it. We said we're church kids, but we're able to still be regular people and have lives, because if we weren't regular people, we wouldn't have a testimony. If we did right our whole life, what can we say about God coming in and turning our life around and doing something differently? And what is he doing in this process? It's just because we choose him, we're not living perfect lives right now. We still need him. The same way we needed him back then, we need him even more now.
So with the idea of, like, it's you guys are doing it as a professional thing, but at the same time you got the ministry there. Is that combined, or is it one or the other? Have you found like you're more needed in one area than the other?
Well, I think it's all combined. If what we're doing in this music is not a ministry, then we're just making noise. There's lots of people around here making good music, and nothing against the music, but it has to have a purpose in life. So if we're Christians, and our great commission is go ye therefore, we have to use every tool that we have in our arsenal to go ye therefore and tell people about the goodness of Jesus Christ. So if I say I got these skills with these bars, if we say we can make these beats, we can DJ, we can bring it to your stage, we need to use that for the cause of Christ. So if it's not the same thing, it's about nothing.
Definitely, man. So in that case, do you get like a lot of love from your local community in case of like getting bookings and stuff like that?
Yeah, I definitely say so. We just did 2 county fairs here, 2 county fair dates. We're actually doing another county fair tomorrow. Now, county fair, if you know anything about fair, it's not a church. You're out there with your beer, you're out there doing whatever. It's a county fair. But that's the opportunity that you take to go ye therefore, no matter where you're at, is tell them about Christ, that you can't be ashamed. And we take those opportunities and we try our best to expound on them. Yeah,
definitely, man. But that's a good idea. You got to, do what you got to do. And if you can get into a kind of a secular event like that, that's going to be a cool place to minister, definitely. And like you said, that your music is ministry in itself. All right, man. So tell us about the music then. These 3 tracks that we're showcasing tonight, where are they coming from?
You just played Chasing the Sun. That's one of our songs off our new mixtape called Old School, New School. We try to have what you will call the ABCs of hip-hop, your foundational type sounding music, and then also what's current, what's now today, and all bring it together for the cause of ministry. So Chasing the Sun might be something a little bit more newer, something more now, but we also have tracks on there a little bit more old school hip-hop, or something you might consider from the golden age of hip-hop, which was you always called in the early 90s.
Cool, man. And then, so that new mixtape you've got, and then didn't you say you've got another new one coming as well?
Yeah, we're working on our album. The mixtape is just keep your attention, because in the game we're doing music, you always got to feed the block, let them know that we're still around. So this is just to tide you over for the album After Church. We don't have a release date for it. We like to do our music pretty much organically, so it's got to feel right. God's got to bring it together, and we got to gel together as a family to make sure it's hot.
Yeah, man. And so when's that album due?
Like I said, no due date, but I will let you know. We're about 7 tracks in, and I was just talking to my cousin the other night, like, how many songs we want to do? Are we doing 10? We're doing 15? So, and he was like, well, we'll see how it goes. So we'll let you know when God says stop, and then we'll put it out. But I'll just let you know we're about 7 in.
Nice one. So where can people go grab you, man, on social media and stuff, website even?
Yeah, you can get us at ReverbNation.com/Kinfolk for Life. So ReverbNation.com/KINFOLK FOLK, the number 4, and life. And you can also catch us at Kinfolk for Life on Facebook. You can also get us at Kinfolk for Life on Twitter. Kinfolk for Life on SoundCloud.